Okay, we are live. We have 16 people, and I'm going to spend this time to just do some technical testing. For those of you who can type messages, please let me know if you can hear me, and I will adjust accordingly. Hopefully, the sound quality will be okay, which is important. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. KSSK says here and Sewell, thank you for that feedback. That's wonderful. Okay, so now the part just for the guided meditation. Sharon mentioned that she likes having background music, so I'm gonna play music just now, and please let me know if that level of background music is okay or it's just disturbing. Please be honest, because that's for you, obviously, for your comfort. Yes, I just started playing music now. So please let me know if you can hear it and if it's okay this way. This is going to be for the part when I'll be guiding the meditation. I'll let you listen for a moment and let me know. Okay, thank you. Thank you. In this case, if the music cannot be heard because it then goes through this microphone, nice and clear. Okay. Nancy, are you talking about the music or are you talking about my voice? Okay. Okay, maybe in this case, if both music and my sound goes across, we can do both. Yeah, music's supposed to. Oh no, Linda, you cannot hear me. You sure nothing is mute? KS, I'm sorry. Linda cannot hear the music. So I think, guys, what I see is happening is some of you can't hear music, some of you can. And since I think that depends on the sensitivity and on the volume, I want to keep the background music just for the meditation part, and for those of you who don't hear it, it won't make a difference anyway. It is the most important part is that you can hear me nice and clear. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Linda, for that. Linda, for that feedback. Wonderful. Okay, guys, so it's 9 o'clock. So we can officially start this. I'm sure there'll be people joining. I can see on the screen that people joining already. And first of all, I'd like to welcome you and thank you so much for tuning in to this live stream and to this live meditation. I'm very happy to be part of it because I know there are many streams happening across the world right now. And this is just one of many streams I'm planning to do in this difficult times. I prepared myself, so maybe I'm going to start with welcoming all of you who gathered here in front of your computer screens or phones to meditate together, because obviously I'm just a facilitator, and you are the true source of this positive vibe, and you are the true contributors to to the positivity around coronavirus. It's difficult not to talk about it. I understand that. So, but before that, thank you very much for joining in. Once again, warm welcome to everyone joining from across the world. And I'm going to start off with telling you how this session is going to go. First of all, I'm going to say a few words about the current state of affairs, I think. Then we are going to meditate, and that intro will include introduction to this meditation. Will include information why we're doing this, and what is the objective, what is the aim, what is the intention behind it. And then we're going to meditate together, which is the wonderful, this is the meat of this whole event, to be together in spite of the fact that we are asked to socially isolate. The government just announced in Sydney that everything except of essential things will be on a lockdown, and that means that we will be spending much more time at home. But that doesn't mean that we have to stay alone. As a matter of fact, one of the things I want to say, this is our opportunity to be more together and connect. And the first person that you have to connect with is yourself. So going within, is that what we're going to do? But by going within, you will also have a chance to connect with others, because that's what we're doing here. Okay, let me just bring up those questions I have for you. And tell briefly of what's going on. So there are a few aspects to the current situation, to the current pandemic. And I understand how even the word pandemic can elicit a very strong emotional reactions in you. And this is normal, and this is okay. And however, what is that this fearful and anxious reactions to the word pandemic, to what's happening around us, is something that is built in. It's a part of our biological software. And to react this way is normal. This is first acknowledgement. Millions, literally millions of years as humans, and we were working really, really hard to build the survival consciousness in order to help us survive. And although for many of us, this is no longer the case, we don't have to fight for survival. This mechanism, this script, work consciously and subconsciously in us. And as an effect of that, of connecting with survival consciousness, we feel fearful. And out of these feelings, fear, anxiety, flow our actions. And obviously, like people fighting over toilet paper in supermarkets. Can you imagine yourself fighting over toilet paper in a normal situation like that? It just sounds ridiculous. It does when you feel okay, and when everything is okay, when you are not connecting with the survival consciousness. But the moment you do, you become almost literally a different person. Different sets of instincts, different sets of actions being activated, and you start being a different person. So recognizing that, I think it's the first most important thing that you can do. That what happens around us affects all of us, and is not just awareness to whatever there is. And what I'll invite you to during this meditation is actually to bring awareness to how you feel, what you feel, and why you are feeling it. This is the first step. Bring awareness and engage both hemispheres of your brain, both the rational part, that's where those fearful actions flow from, that I call the fighting over toilet paper. That normally would not happen. So one of the questions I want to address is what happens in your body when you are afraid? I think many people don't realize that fearful emotions that are followed by fearful actions create a certain biochemical imbalance in your body that serves only to act fearfully. The hormones like cortisol, adrenaline, they're flowing in our streams, our bloodstream, and they causing us fearfully act, the more fearfully think, and you see that vicious circle that reflects our thoughts, emotions, and chemistry of our body comes together. And now, how can you get out of this vicious circle? Once again, bring awareness to what you feel, how you feel it, and why you're feeling it. And that's exactly what we will be doing during this meditation. First of all, you have to change the state of your being before you start experiencing external changes, before you start feeling better. And something I want to talk to you about is why it is important to stay calm and centered during that time. Well, it goes without saying that when you live in fear, but when it happens, as it happens now, over a long period of time, your body is in a constant fight or flight mode. And that obviously affects in a big way your immune system. An immune system, not the vaccinations, not the pills, the immune system is your first defense against any virus, not just coronavirus, but absolutely against everything that comes to you. And keep in mind that as we speak, you are fighting many micro-inflammations. There are viruses present in your environment. Without saying, the stronger you are, the faster, in the unlikely scenario that you're going to catch the virus, or maybe not unlikely, but even if you catch the virus, and your defenses are strong, your immune system is strong, you will fight it effectively and quickly, stopping the spread of the disease as fast as you can. So that's why being calm and centered is not only important for your well-being, but it is, if you think about it, important to the well-being of others. Taking care of yourself. If you want to take care of yourself, you have to take care of, if you want to take care of the others, you have to take care of yourself in the first place. It's the classic scenario on when you're on the plane. And before you put a oxygen mask on the child next to you, on your kid, you have to put the mask on yourself. Because if you are sick, if you are incapacitated, you won't be able to help people around you. So taking care of yourself is an act of altruism. If you want to help others, you have to help yourself in the first place. Okay, I have a couple of other questions that are popping out. But maybe I'm gonna make it, the introduction, make it short and sweet. So I want to talk to you, first of all, about what's the objective of this meditation. Objective intention behind this meditation is to connect with yourself. And connect with the part of yourself that is not fearful, is not anxious, but it is still, calm, and together. And aim of this meditation is to get and find that part. If it's not already there, it's always there. It's only a matter of bringing it forth. And I'll be your guide, hoping to take you there. But ultimately, I'm just the facilitator of this meditation, and you are the active ingredient. And I want you to have your own personal experience. This is what this is all about. We're creating a collective, we're raising collective consciousness by having a personal experience in the space of meditation, a calm and centered space. So, how to change the way you feel? Well, it starts with changing with the changes in the way you are, from the state of doing to the state of being, acknowledging the things the way they are. And the truth is, yes, there is a pandemic around us. Yes, people feel fearful. But now ask yourself, is your fear, is your anxiety, are your fearful actions and anxious actions contribute in a positive way to the situation? So you have the say in this situation. And that's what we're going to do right now. Okay. If you have any questions, I will answer them at the end of this meditation. Now we are going to sit for about 30 minutes. We'll see how it goes. Let's do it. Okay. Just burn, click enter. Okay. I think I'm just checking the comments if everyone is okay. If you can't hear me, please let me know. I hope the volume is okay. The background music is okay. So I'm just gonna take a sip of my tea and let's get started. You are safe. That may not have been the case in the past, or it may change in the future. But just for now, in this present moment, you are okay. And I want to invite you right now to recognize that fact. And see how it feels to feel the way you. Good. My intention is to, first of all, connect with the stillness within me, connect with and facilitate that field amongst you. What is your intention right now? Well, so with this intention in your mind, begin settling in. Make yourself feel at ease. Whatever that means to you. For me, I'm sitting here in front of you. I'll rest my feet on the floor, feel centered and grounded. I put my hands in my lap. And now that you prepped yourself, allow your eyes to close. As the first step to go within. Notice all the thoughts that are coming to your mind once you close your eyes. If there is any fear, if there's anxiety, if you can feel any of those unpleasant emotions, allow them to be there. May feel without judging them, without trying to pushing them away. See how they feel in your body. The thoughts translate into emotions. Emotions often translate into bodily sensations. Perhaps you can feel a tension in your stomach. I certainly can feel it now. Perhaps a tightness of your solar plexus. Discomfort around your chest or throat. Allow yourself to feel all those bodily sensations. Technique that aims to release the tension from your sympathetic nervous system. This is part of your nervous system that is responsible for fight, flight, and freeze nervous system, and upregulate parasympathetic nervous system that puts you into rest and digest mode. Get rid of toxins. For those of you who listen to my meditations, you are familiar with this technique. It's called 4-7-8, which simply means that you will breathe in through your nose on the count of 4, hold your breath on the count of 7, and breathe out on the count of 8 as I guide you. 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In. How does it feel? Needles, any bodily sensations, sensations of lightness, that's normal, that's okay. You just absorbed a lot of oxygen that is now being distributed across your entire body, bringing vitality to every cell. Now, stress hormones slowly are being broken down and they leave your system stage for the journey within. To fight your thoughts. There's no need to change the world around you. The only thing you can do is to adjust yourself to the way things are and tap into the potential that is always there. The source. And as your mind settles down, your body follows. slowly and calmly, steadily. Feel the vitality. Feel the aliveness in you. And notice that as you breathe in and out, your body gently expands and contracts. That's the rhythm of life. And that's a comforting thought. You can always rely on it. And let us now use our breath to take. And every in-breath takes you closer to the center. Imagine breathing in light vitality right at the center of your chest. So on the inhale, you can feel the energizing properties of fresh energy. And on the exhale, notice how your body gently relaxes, trying to absorb. Breath after breath, you build up energy and you relax even more. Breath is your guide to the center. Each breath. Imagine that this place is always there, waiting for you. In spite of all the circumstances that surround you right now. Even if the times are rough, you can take your time and go inside. Take the refuge in the point of stillness, using your breath as your guide. Every breath being one step closer. And notice how much you can contain. Being this, everything that happens around you. How much easier it is to take on the craziness of the world. when you have your inner self as breathing in fresh energy, vitality. And now, as you go deeper and deeper within, start noticing all the meditators around the world that joined us here now, connected with the same purpose. And how you are, how we all are, beacons of positive energy, radiating it out to the center of our being, contributing in a positive way to help yourself and all of us to face the current situation. Staying calm and staying centered to react. And as you slow down, the world around you slows down. And you start noticing the beauty, tranquility, and other qualities that flow out of your current state of being effortlessly. You are worthy, and you are enough. The way you are right now, with all your feelings, with all your emotions, there's no need to fight. Just surrender to the stillness within. And now it's time to return. pack everything that you gathered, all the internal resources that you connected with, and zip them as the potential that you can use later, the potential that you can use in times of distress. Something that you can rely on. It's yours, and it's yours to use. Coming back, recognize once again the external world, the room around you, the sounds, the temperature of the air, any smells. Connect with a sense of touch. Feel your feet on the floor, your hands in your lap, resting softly. Your sit bones and the gravity that holds you there. Steady. Finally, let us add some physical movements. Wiggle your toes slowly, feeling every muscle moving, engaging your body. Move and stretch your fingers. Very gently and slowly tilt your head to the left. Feel the muscles in your neck stretching. Tilt your head to the right. Once again, gently stretching your muscles on the other side of your neck. Bring your head back to the center. Hands together. Let us take one deep cleansing breath. In through your nose. And out through your mouth. Chest forward. And when you're ready, in your own time, open your eyes. And welcome back. There we are. Take your time to the meditation. Take some time for your body to adjust from stillness back to movement. So be kind to yourself. Recognize that some of your muscles have been still for extended period of time, and that will need some time to get back to normal. But feel free to your chest forward, roll your shoulders, stretch a bit, maybe get up and stretch. That's absolutely meditation as much as I did. It's always a pleasure to meditate together. This is something that's always surprises me. It's always the same quality. Not the same quality, is it always happens, but it always surprises me how different it is to meditate together, to when we create that collective consciousness of stillness. And it's much more difficult to achieve that when I meditate by myself. So this is perhaps the message to us in the time have those wonderful experiences, and recognize that every and each of us contribute uniquely to this togetherness. And this can be really, really fantastic. So if you have any questions, please feel free to pose them right now. I will try to answer one or two. We have a few minutes to do it. Okay. If there are no questions, which is absolutely fine, I want to thank you so much for coming together in this live stream. And I want to say how amazing it was to be together in this way. It's a kind of new way of being, connecting over internet. Mm. Oh, there's a one question. Sharon just. Oh yeah, Linda asks how to handle whatifs.com. Oh, this is a wonderful question. Thank you, Linda. I think that the first of all, you have to recognize where those what ifs come from. Which part of yourself? Is it the fearful and anxious self? The self that connects with the survival consciousness? Or is it the self that is calm and centered? If you find for yourself the place of origin of those what ifs, then you can ask yourself another question. Do I have to respond to those thoughts? Do I have to act on those thoughts? Am I those thoughts? And then you find the way to act for yourself. Perhaps some of those what ifs are very important for your well-being, and perhaps you have to act on them, but not before you are fully aware where they come from. I hope that answers your questions. Linda also asked if I can put more meditations on Insight Timer. Of course. I'm always in the process of creating new meditations, and that's my intention, to put as many meditations on Insight Timer as I can. Okay. Any other questions? The last second question. Okay. Thanks again for joining in. I just want to let you know that now that we are adjusting to the new situation, because this is a new situation. This is something unprecedented. Nobody pandemic of this magnitude. So for those of you who are forced to stay at home, I want to tell you, I'll be creating more of those streams so we can get together regardless of the situation. I'm very thankful that technology allows us actually to do it. This is the first time, perhaps the first time, when I really I'm very appreciative of the technology that we have that can bring us together. So I'm planning to do another stream on Friday. And I know that those of you that connecting from different parts of the world, this is going to be Friday morning, Friday 9 a.m. Sydney time. And by clicking on the link that I will send, you'll be able to exactly see what time it is for you in the place where you stay. Okay. Oh, Linda asked if I'm okay. Linda asked if I do get afraid. Absolutely, absolutely. Also, Sharon in the background shows me something I cannot see at all. No, I can't see it. Yeah, you have to come and show me. Oh yes, yes. Obviously, the recording of the videos will be there on my Patreon and my YouTube. You will all have an access to it, and you can send it to your friends. No problem. Linda asked what I'm afraid. Of course, I'm afraid. I experience emotions the same way as everybody, and perhaps even more. The only thing is, I'm still learning how to respond to those emotions. And I've learned that some of those emotion states are simply scripts that are running in the background of me, and it's so easy to get and jump on board and jump on those emotions and act on them. And I realize, hold on, where does those emotions come from? And very often, particularly when it comes to those fearful emotions, when it comes to fear and anxiety, uh, I choose not to act on them. I simply choose. I still feel them. My body feels tense, and I feel anxiety. I feel the fear. I simply choose not to act on them, which is again skill that we're learning during those meditations. And when I feel them, I choose to come back to myself, and that's what I'm practicing with you guys. All right. Thank you very much for joining me again. I think I said it for the third time. I hope to see you again on Friday. And please spread the news. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Tomek signing out. Until next time.